So once a person departs from the life of this world, to do a Khatm collectively in a congregation where people divide the Quran, the 30 chapters, and then everyone takes a portion and they read it together, and hoping that the reward goes to that person, that action is an innovation. There is no proof from the Sunnah of Rasulullah to say that during that period, Qurun al-Mufaddala, the best of generations, Rasul, his companions and the followers, that this action was ever done. For a deceased person, if a person at home reads the Quran and makes dua for them individually, la ba's bihi, there is no problem with that. But to do it in a congregational way, collectively, we need evidence for that. كل عمل ليس له أصل في الشرع ولم يقم عليه دليل من السنة, it is a bid'ah. Every action that has no root, that has no asl, and it has no proof from the Sunnah of Rasulullah, meaning the Messenger of Allah has not given the stamp of approval, that is an innovation, especially in matters of ibadah. No matter how beautiful it looks from the outlook, recitation of the Quran is a beautiful action, loved action, but it is how we do it. After the person has died, to come together and do it in this format, something that is practiced in different parts of the world, it is a clear innovation.
Now, also another question I had is the Quran for living or the dead?
The Quran is for the one who is living.
Okay.
وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاء, that we have revealed this Quran as a cure for the hearts and the body and the mind. For who? The one who recites it, the one who builds a relationship with the Quran.
Thank you ever so much for clarifying. Now, moving on to the next question. It's also regarding or similar to the first or previous question. Reading Surah Fatiha and Surah Yasin at the graveyard for the deceased and innovation?
That practice is something that we find no source for in the two sacred sources, the Quran and the Sunnah. A person at their deathbed who is going through a difficult time, to their last moments. So at that moment, there is one narration to say that you read Surah Yasin, but many of the scholars have classed that hadith to be da'if, very weak. So in terms of the practice, it is better avoided. Make lots of dua for them, which has been mentioned by the Messenger ﷺ. So if we have the method given to us by Rasul ﷺ, why do I want to leave that method and find another method? So best to avoid it, wallahu a'lam.
And what about donating money on behalf of the deceased?
Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Rather, this is sadaqah jariyah, something recommended in the Sunnah.
Jazakallah khair.